Hi everyone, we're Group 10 and today we'll be talking about water. Clean water is a basic requirement for life. If the water source of an ecosystem is contaminated, everything and everyone in the community suffers as a result. The Philippines is located off the coast of Southeast Asia with a population of around 105 million. Their economy is largely agricultural and the islands are home to incredibly diverse ecosystems. Today, 7 million Filipinos rely on unimproved, unsafe, and unsustainable water sources, and over 24 million lack access to improved sanitation. An estimated 50% of typhoid cases in the Philippines are due to water pollution, and outbreaks are commonly associated with contaminated water supplies. In 2016, one of the top 10 leading causes of death in the Philippines was acute diarrhea, claiming over 139,000 lives. The Philippines also experiences frequent and severe water shortages, the most recent being in the summer of 2019, which resulted in over 6.8 million people having their water supplies cut for 6 to 21 hours every single day.
Collectively, these problems have an effect on the daily lives of the Filipino people, and it is important to resolve these matters as soon as possible. When it comes to resolving these issues, community outreach and involvement is key, as this is their home and their problem that they have to deal with every day. Education should be a major focus so that the community can learn about the importance of hygiene and how their use of the public water may affect others. Illegal squatters making homes along the Manila River will use the water and dump their feces, waste, and other contaminants that will go down the river and will affect others living downstream. On the other hand, the community must be involved with expressing their voices and making sure that they are heard. As more voices in the community rise, the larger the voice of the community gets. It is imperative that the voice of the community is heard so that they can influence political change.
The current water issues in the Philippines stem from a lack of political will to invest in infrastructure and enforce policy. A greater allocation of public spending for water and sanitation infrastructure is needed alongside further investment from the private sector. Plans for new dams such as the Kaliwa Dam should be expedited to meet short-term water needs. The development of large sewage networks and wastewater treatment plants is essential to meet sanitation needs. The enforcement and adoption of more environmental policies is required. Formation of a central government agency to address water supply and sanitation problems is needed to allow for unified policy.
Finding and implementing solutions for the Philippines' water crisis is bound to bring up some roadblocks. The Philippines has high population density across the islands, along with widespread poverty and corruption. This creates many roadblocks, particularly with the underserved communities. Many of these low-income communities are neglected by water service providers, as the companies see no financial incentive to expand their piped water coverage. One of the modern approaches to fixing this problem is the use of microfinance institutions to finance clean water systems. Essentially, this offers low-risk and easy-to-repay loans to the low-income communities of the Philippines so that they can pay the cost of installing clean water systems in their home. Not only does this expand clean water coverage in the Philippines, but it provides low-income individuals with access to formal banking services and stimulates cash flow in their communities.
In order to establish an effective outreach plan, we need to locate the main areas of drought in the Philippines. Large cities such as Metro Manila symbolizes that even the nation's capital is not safe from water-related conflicts. From making easy-to-understand infographics to be posted in telephone poles, to working with local city governments and small-town leaders. In addition, due to the lack of technology, door-to-door teaching of water-saving tactics and cleanliness may be more effective in smaller rural communities, compared to social media campaigns which might reach youth in larger cities. This will enable us to strengthen and build systems and capacity for drinking water quality, which will improve sanitation, hygiene, and uplift the people that have been suffering from these water conflicts.
To further engage with the community, we will work with the National Department of Education, which is responsible for K-12, to incorporate waterborne diseases, water conservation, and sanitation as a standard curriculum in all schools. Lastly, we will discuss with legislation to enact law to incentivize general good manufacturers to include water conservation messages in their product. To further fine-tune outreach methods, an initial survey can be done to test current knowledge and the lack of knowledge. A post-survey can be done to learn which method was most effective for future public programs.
Using the One Health approach, it's important that the issue of water access be addressed and solved in order to ensure the quality of life for people of the Philippines for years to come.